Kingdom Hearts was the friends we made along the way.
Kingdom of Hearts. Kingdom Farts.
You have come this far, and you see, you have had this far, and still you understand nothing.
Basically, Kingdom Hearts in a nutshell. Or Kingdom Hearts lore in a nutshell.
I could get a tattoo of, you come this far, still you understand nothing. And, like, think I'm being cool and, like, philosophical by just saying I can show that I've never, you know, never learned anything because there's so much to learn.
Yeah.
Like false philosophical humility.
Yeah.
But it's really just me quoting Kingdom Hearts. Mainly because I really like that line.
Remember when unrelated captions were a thing and it was like really funny? Cause
early memes...
That was back when LOL Random was actually still pretty good.
That era of memes was funny because it's all we had.
Yeah. I think, did you see, you remember that video where it had like a clip from VeggieTales where like Larry basically describes the future of the internet at the time?
I don't remember.
It's like, I forgot how they described it, but like it basically just describes the internet.
I finally got cable.
It's the early 90s. That's when that show came out.
I think that was the joke.
Well,
when did they get so strong? Also, I need
because now they believe in themselves.
I need you to alive me so I can get a sword.
Oh, there's an enemy.
Yeah.
There we go. There's a sword.
You hear me?
Yeah.
Thank
you. I'm working out.
Anybody up for the goodbye?
Well, I died.
What the heck? You did like 2 shots. Okay, the sword.
Foul. 2 shots.
He just threw the sword there.
I was gonna say, I remember that line so much because they said it so much in the episode of Hey Arnold. They're playing basketball. It's just, foul. 2 shots.
Grenade out.
Grenade.
Alright.
I pulled the pinch, Jimmy.
Yeah. I got the shotgun, Jimmy.
Yeah, I pulled the pins. I made a Sumo AI song of like, or I call it "I Pulled the Pins, Jimmy."
Oh yeah, AXCX I think had a song something along the lines of "I'm gonna sell drugs to your kids" or something like that.
For a second, I thought we were going back, or I thought I was going backwards, and then I realized.
I think we are going back.
No, I mean like there's enemies here.
Oh, what the heck? It looks all samey.
I know that's racist, but come on now. Imagine if they had a game where you could dual wield the swords. Yeah.
Wouldn't make much sense, but other than ammo.
It gives you ultra strong, powerful elixir, something.
I saw this. So this picture, it was like Big Bird on an episode of Sesame Street, and it's like when Big Bird's unbounded racism begins to physically manifest letters into the air, and it's him with a bunch of black kids, and it just says "in." He's like in the middle of talking. I just love how they call it unbounded. No, it's either unbounded racism or unbounded bigotry. There's one too. The point is, it was hilarious.
Yeah.
Wart.
Well, how Big Bird was like. I mean, we never really watched Sesame Street, but what about how Big bless you? What about how Big Bird is essentially just supposed to be a big kid?
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah.
We wasn't allowed because they came out to support the queers.
Do what?
I said we wasn't allowed to watch it because they came out in support of the queers.
I thought that was later on.
No, I think that's why we didn't get to.
Oh, okay. You know, sometimes our parents won't let us watch shows, not because of like they Not because of like, you know, they didn't think it was appropriate or whatever. Sometimes they just thought it was gonna make us stupid, or they thought it was stupid. They didn't want us to watch it. Like
it's not an entirely unfounded idea with some TV shows, to be honest.
Well, yeah, true. Well, no,
like,
no,
my
true.
Kids, they would not be watching the brain rot TikTokery.
Yeah, sometimes there's the kids who grew up watching like Ren and Stimpy. Something got a little wrong with it.
Yeah, they don't show entertainment. That's what's wrong with them.
I kind of got some respect for Ren and Stimpy to some degree.
Its historical significance, but it was pretty hard to watch.
Yeah. Well, apparently with Corey, he was well, he told me, I don't remember if he said it on his channel before, but he said that like I guess he was watching Ren and Stimpy when he was a little kid, and I guess he was watching an episode where Ren and Stimpy go inside like Stimpy's belly button or something, or he goes inside his own belly button, and they're like, yeah, you're not watching this now. I think that was a case of they just thought it was gonna make him a really weird kid, or they thought it was gonna mess him up, basically. I mean, there's some of those shows where parents are kind of right on that stuff. You know, again, not because they think they just disagree with something, or they thought it was something that was inappropriate. It was just they thought it was stupid. It was gonna make the kids stupid, and I mean, there's a it should be common knowledge by now, but don't just let your kid be a iPad kid or toddler. Because
iPad kids are the worst. Take the iPad away and they screech.
Yeah.
Feel like their life's gonna end.
Like the parents who are too lazy to
Yeah.
I'm sure, I'm not a parent myself, I haven't been one, but as of yet, but I'm sure it's tempting to want to do something like that, because it can keep them quiet, but,
On a car trip, hand them a Game Boy and not bring any extra batteries. They'll learn.
Oh yeah, and what about we kind of grew up in the time when we had Game Boys before the backlights. Now, I was still a kid whenever they introduced the backlights, but to like the Game Boy Advance SP and things like that. Well, at least here in America, but yeah. Don't just oh, sweet. I got hit by a piece and died. And then I got hit.
Oh, hey, look, there's a scorpion tank.
I get it. No, you killed me. I get to have it. No.
The Wraith works.
No. I don't want the Wraith. I want the scorpion. Anyway, we're mature adults.
I wonder how much faster would this run if we had the old graphics on? Does it feel like it's running smoother, like the Wraith?
No! You said it was running.
It was.
I know.
They blew you up.
I know. No, I'm ignoring that fact.
No, not a fact. Not a fact. I didn't lose.
I didn't lose. Your fault. Never my fault. There was a character that set in Vanquish. I still want to say Vanquish because of the way it's spelled, but There was there's a character like a major character, a major character in the game.
I'm dead. D-E-D.
He was saying someone was saying something, and he says, "Thank God I'm an atheist." Isn't that kind of contradictory? You know.
Thank you.
Yeah. I mean, I guess that's why they had the line there.
Hey, there are fellow flat earthers all around the globe. Wait.
Oh yeah, all around.
Yeah.
Turn straight.
You wanna message him at some point?
Yeah.
So he wants to go to the case.
More humans. They must be after the icon.
More humans?
On your way, Arbiter. I'll deal with these beasts.
Oh, do it. Wart.
Wart.
I see that coward didn't join you. I'll do what I can to keep the flood off your back.
When are we gonna go back to Chief?
Wasn't he captured by that thing? Don't we have? Isn't that like the next time we get to use him was like?
No, I can't remember. Wart.
I guess this will be our last mission for the recording.
The parasite gathers for an attack.
Maybe we'll save the last two missions for.
What, Sylvester?
I think it's last two, unless it's last three. I can't remember.
Or need you to swap weapons with me.
Sword.
Your swords is as big as mine.
Abhorrent beast.
Well, now Bradley can't.
Oh.
Well, just ruined the whole evening.
Fake. Oh, what the heck? I just got thrown off.
What the heck? And I died.
So many swords laying around.
So many swords.
Where I go rough for that target.
Look, up ahead. The parasite gathers for an attack.
Perfect. I'm for a talk. Work.
Whoa, I was about to jump off the edge there. Yuck. What does it look like in the old graphics?
Oh, I spell it graphics. G-R-A-F-X.
Or is it pronounced graphics? Remember they had that joke on, or they had that kind of joke on Gravity Falls where it's like, was it Giffany? Or maybe it's pronounced Jiffany? I can't remember.
Calling him Jeff is immoral. I didn't mean to kill another criminal.
Oh yeah, there's these things coming by. That's probably what knocked you off earlier. As I was jumping, I kind of ran into one of them.
Your death will be quick and painless.
Disco Inferno.
Wait, how did all the other ones die?
Did they explode? Almost looked like he was doing a slight Naruto run there for a moment.
More, honk.
What about the adorableness that is the inside of a goose's mouth?
I've never seen that, and I don't know if I want to.
Remember when they have like a ton of teeth, even on like their tongue and stuff? Like geese's mouths on the inside look terrifying.
Gooses and pieces.
Gooses. Leases. What about the weird 2-part episode of Dilbert where he gets pregnant?
Ow.
It's like a thing where it's what do you call it? Like a rocket went and gathered up a bunch of DNA. It like went right in the Dilbert. And or something that caused it, you know. Why were there so many of those back in the day?
What, episodes that are that weird?
Yeah, or like having a man get pregnant, or supposed to be like they're pregnant or whatever, you know.
I don't know. Fetish riders?
I guess so. Of course, I know with with fairies on Fairly Odd Parents, it was just like I guess it just kind of came up with it.
Weirdest freaking thing.
Where they were like, "Hey, what if we made it funny and had the boy fairies?" You know.
That was weird.
Yeah. But now that makes sense lore-wise with Cosmo saying talking about Timmy's mom when she was still pregnant with him. Mm-hmm. How the way Wanda worded it, and he goes, "I thought she loved Timmy. Why did she eat him?" But then, like the anti-fairies, the females had.
Now, what was it? Was Foop born because they just wanted a baby? I can't remember.
I think it's because when they realized that, like, I think what's her name was pregnant. Like she was already showing signs of being pregnant, or like eating a bunch of stuff.
Oh yeah.
Anti-Wanda.
And
they say, like, you know, because there's a Foop, because there's a Poof, there has to be an anti-Poof.
Oh, okay.
But then it was kind of weird because they decided to call him Foop instead of anti-Poof, despite all the other.
Yeah. So what about you're now Wando and Cosmo?
Yeah, Cosmo and Wando. Why do I suddenly know which boy bands rock out loud? The amount of things that people would say, this episode is sexist and aged, you know.
No, you turn around, this episode is pro-transgenderism.
Oh yeah.
Hard right-wing fascist Butch Hartman.
Well, yeah, that's probably why they don't like him now. He seems to be more on the conservative side.
Oh, yes. Stretched.
Oh no!
You know, your father never asked me for help either.
The index is secure.
Alright, don't even say thank you.
Mackenzie, Perez, how's our exit? You hear me, Marines? We got trouble.
Oh jeez.
How you doing?
Johnson, you all right? Johnson!
Excellent work, Arbiter. The Hierarchs will be pleased.
Icon is my responsibility.
Was your responsibility. Now it is mine. A bloody fate awaits you and the rest of your incompetent race.
Whoa.
I, Tartarus, chieftain of the brutes, will send you to it.
And the prophets learn of this, that they will take your head.
When they learn. Fool. They ordered me to do it.
Shall we save this for next time?